Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Bloke Daz.
Office Bloke Aidan.
Here we have Office Bloke Daz Sports Edition. If sports is for you and you love to like and subscribe on channels, give it a go. It does help us.
If you love to like and subscribe on channels,
we appreciate it. We really do. Bit of March Madness approaching.
Coming soon, eh?
Yeah, we will be doing our brackets again this year. We did absolutely awful last year.
Didn't do great, did we?
Didn't really know much though, did we?
Nah.
We were going in a bit blind.
That's why we need to watch stuff like this to
to find out who the seeds
who was
are.
it who won last year? Was it UConn?
UConn last year, was it?
Connecticut, I think.
UConn and...
I'm thinking San Diego State.
San Diego, was it?
Or was it Miami? It was one of them.
I think Miami went out in the semis. In fact, I think
Four.
Miami got to Final Four and went out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's who are we rooting for?
That's a good question.
We don't really have a team, do we?
Not in college football, really. Well, I mean,
basketball.
Yeah, basketball. Sorry. Does Florida have a team? Like,
now I think about it, I think Florida were in the Final Four last year.
Yeah,
I think
Florida Atlantic.
Florida
I'm saying
Atlantic,
like Florida University, like the Gators.
Right, I don't know. But let's see. Let's have a look. Let's get into this and see who the basketball seeds are. It's going to be usual sort of ones, aren't they? There, is it North Carolina? Teams like that are
Purdue's always up there at the moment.
Yeah. Let's see who's this is all new to us. Like I say, we're just trying to get into it. We've done 1 year of it, and we will be doing it this year, and we'll be following it pretty intense this year, I think. Yeah. So let's get into it.
Live stream a couple games. Maybe.
That'd be good because they're on during the day here as well.
Yeah.
So perfect timing for us.
Yeah.
So top 16 NCAA men's basketball seeds right now.
Feb 17th.
Without any further ado, let's begin the reveal here, Charles, and starting with the #1 overall seed.
Well, the #1 overall seed is Purdue, and they're going to the Midwest. A number of quality wins, 7-0, in the top half of the first part.
That is impressive. I tell you what, this team has only lost 2 games.
That's a weird name, isn't it? The Boilermakers.
We said it on one of the previous videos, didn't we? Like Boilermakers.
They've been consistently excellent, and the addition of Lance Jones in the backcourt and the play of Braden Smith has this team set on Phoenix, and I think they've got a great chance to get there.
This team is great, so we know who #1 is. I don't want to blow it, but I think we know who #2 is. There could be a debate, but much deserved by Purdue. And I think for all of us, we want both these teams to stay healthy because it would be incredible to watch them match up at the end of this tournament.
That sound you hear is America rolling its eyes that Purdue is the #1 overall, not in terms of your process, but can they avoid those first-round upsets, those early upsets?
I was going to say, didn't Purdue, weren't they seeded 1 last year and they went out first round?
Yeah, that's what I love about March Madness. It reminds me so much like the FA Cup, where you're always going to get upsets no matter what.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, everybody, they are a much better team. The freshman guards last year are sophomores, added a 5th-year senior in Lance Jones.
Yeah.
Don't make the Big Maple mad. He takes it personally.
Oh, drop leaves on you. A redemption tour.
Where is Purdue?
Do you know? I don't know.
I think it's Indiana, but I was going to ask you.
I think because you've got the P might be mixed up there with the Pacers. Because that's what I was thinking before.
No, I thought.
Google it.
Where's Purdue?
Purdue University.
I'm saying Indiana. What are you saying?
Well, that P sort of like looked a bit like Pacers type thing in my mind. But I saw something the other day when we were talking about something, and it said Boilermakers.
West Lafayette, Indiana.
Indiana.
Yeah. I think I saw that because we watched a video about like the biggest football cities, and like Indiana was like bigger in basketball because of like Purdue and stuff like that.
Yeah, you're right. That's where I did see it.
Yeah.
Or for them, perhaps. So the Midwest region, that would mean Detroit for Purdue, should they go that far. Let's now move to the 2nd overall seed.
The 2nd overall seed is the University of Connecticut going to the East. 13 wins in Quad 1, Quad 2.
Boy, I tell you what, 13 straight wins they have going into this afternoon tilt against Marquette. This is a big, balanced, ball-sharing team. 60% of their field goals made are assisted on. They very well, guys, could rinse and repeat as national champions.
And you couldn't restrain yourself. That was the team that Jay expected to be #2. But now, who is the 3rd #1 seed?
Hey, Houston in the South, different league, same results, elite defensive team, only
Cougars.
3 losses on a very good schedule.
Maybe I support the Cougars. I like Houston.
All right, very good. And, you know, Houston is getting set to face Texas here on CBS at the top of the hour. And Bill Raftery asked Cougars head coach Kelvin Sampson about being the 3rd #1 seed.
The bracket preview show has you picked as the #1 seed in the South. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's a byproduct of the season we've had up to this point. But there's a lot of season left. And the more important thing to me right now is how we play this afternoon against Texas.
Long way to go, huh?
Long way to go. I mean, they have those shows. It's great interest. March Madness is a phenomenon into itself, so they have those kind of brackets. A lot of eyeballs on it this time of year, and proud of our team up to this point. Great group of kids, and look forward to the game today.
Still a sense of accomplishment, I'm sure.
Yeah, but you know, coaching in the Big 12 keeps you humble and grounded. You know, there's no room or time for celebration, anything. Even when you win a game, your mind just goes right to the next game, because in this league, there's a lot of booby traps and trap doors.
That is classic.
I got a mate in Houston from when we lived there. Houston friends. And he's all about the Cougars.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's quite a cool name as well.
He's on my Facebook, and every post coming now and out this time of the year is all about his Cougars.
Yeah. That's because they do it well as well.
Yeah, I know.
Compartmentalize it by a coach right there. For sure. Because right now, going into this game, the last thing he's thinking about is being the third #1 seed. But he's thinking about Max Asmus and how do they stop Dylan Vasu, because with those two in pick and roll are incredible. Yeah. But someone might even have to remind Kelvin after the game, and by the way, you're the third #1 seed. Congratulations, buddy, because he is focused on this game.
No doubt. We'll see if it goes to overtime, like their first meeting did as well. And so they would go to Dallas in the South region, by the way. And so now, for our 4th 1 seed, joining Purdue, UConn, and...
Do you want to guess? West region?
UCLA.
It's not a bad answer. I don't think they'll be #1, though.
No, me neither. USC, they're always up there, aren't they?
USC, something like that. Doesn't Brodie James play for them?
Houston, our final #1 seed, going to the West, Charles.
Arizona goes to the West, top 5 in every one of the matrix that we looked at.
Well, I know Arizona fans don't forget this, but because of Purdue's pratfall last year in the NCAA tournament, some people may forget that Arizona also got upset early by Princeton as a 2 seed going out early. But let me tell you something. Tommy Lloyd has learned from that experience. He brought in 2 transfers, Caleb Love from North Carolina, Keyshawn Johnson from San Diego State, 2 guys who have played in a Final Four. They may play in a Final Four again.
Charles, I think Arizona's deserving. I have to admit, I was thinking a little Marquette, a little Tennessee, little Carolina. How close were they with this 4th spot? Did they sneak in, or was everybody on board?
Didn't sneak in at all. For the first time in the history of our committee, 1, 2, 3, 4 was chosen by all 12 members in that exact order.
Wow.
Arizona firmly on the 4 seed.
Wow. And these 4 1 seeds would be geographically very happy, by the way, with their eventual locations. Of course, lots of basketball still to be played over the next month here, Charles. But looking back at last year's bracket reveal, and all 4 teams, they went on to stay as 1 seeds. The only changes to the seeding were Kansas jumping to 3rd overall and Purdue falling to 4th. Might there be some more movement this year, you think, as you look at what happened last year?
You know, our history overall from this top 16 reveal, 80% of the teams that are in make the tournament. We do know that there's going to be some movement. These teams have some very difficult games coming up. We'll be watching. I don't anticipate a whole lot of movement, but we'll have to wait and see.
We both go for Kansas last year.
I don't think I went for Kansas. I don't think
for
you
Marquette.
did, though.
Something like that,
yeah.
Can't remember.
So moving on now, Charles, take us through all of the 2 seeds here.
At #5, we have North Carolina going to the East. #6, Tennessee to the Midwest. #7, Marquette to the South. And #8, Kansas to the West, with wins over Houston, UConn, and Tennessee.
So we're doing the show at 12:30. If we did it at like 6.
Wait, I don't really understand these seeds. So there's not going to be like a 3 seed, a 4 seed, and a 5 seed. Like, it's just gone straight from all the 1 seeds to 5, 6,
1, 2,
7.
3, 4, then 4 seed. First 4 were 1, 2, 3, 4.
But I thought there was like multiple 1 seeds.
No, it just 1, 2, 3, 4.
But they were like they were
seeded in their division.
Yeah, but they were the 4th. They were all 1 seed.
Well, they seed them to region. I think what it looks like to me is they seed them to regions.
Yeah.
So while the #4 seed overall, the #1 seed in their region. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Or the highest seed in their region.
Marquette wins at UConn today. I think they would vault ahead of Arizona.
So
and I'll make this prediction that Arizona will not be a 1 seed on Selection Sunday. They have 0 quad one games remaining on the regular season schedule. Marquette's got 4, Tennessee 4. To me, they're like racehorses kind of getting on that inside rail, seeing the dash to the finish line. I think one of those two is going to jump.
You certainly aren't shy about your prediction. Right in character, partner. For me, I'm looking at this North Carolina team because I think defensively and in terms of the experience they added with Ryan and Ingram, I really think they've got a chance to be really dangerous. R.J. Davis is having a phenomenal year, and Armando Bacot, one of the best double-double guys in the country.
And I look at this, and I like Tennessee, and I'm thinking this is a little bit of an eye test by the committee, Charles, because they could be a Final Four team. They're rated high here, but Marquette has 6 road wins and 6 quad one wins. I thought they might have been a little bit higher, but I feel you on Tennessee because I think they're a possible Final Four team.
Yeah. Tennessee is definitely strong, and we will continue to look at them as we go through this process.
Yeah, long way to go. And we continue now with the number 3 seeds, Charles. So now we're going 9 through 12.
So at number 9, we have Alabama going to the South. Number 10, Baylor going to the Midwest. 11, Iowa State in the East. And number 12, Duke going to the West.
Well, I take a look at these two teams, Bama and Baylor. They are three-point-centric shooting teams with dynamic guards. Those two ingredients, Jay, you know, can be certainly helpful when you're trying to make a tournament run. Guys that can make threes. They make 21 threes between these teams and attempt 52 a game and shoot right under 40%. So dangerous groups, both of those teams.
So you see Duke not only on the 3 line, but the 12th overall. So they're the last number 3, but North Carolina there as the 5th overall. Of course, those two will play each other again in Cameron, possibly get in the ACC tournament. Bragging rights are great, but what they really want is to be in the East. So if Duke wants to get to the East, they're going to have to get there through Chapel Hill.
And you guys mentioned the teams. Like we all know Duke, Alabama, the power.
Wait, what?
It's confusing, isn't it?
It's
I think
very
when you brackets,
confusing.
you must move into different areas.
Because it says the West region and Duke's in bloody Carolina.
No, I think because of the ranking, because of the seedings, they put them so they don't all meet.
Yeah.
So the idea is to seed them all sort of like in different areas. So
and they still play again before this tournament starts.
You'd have to meet as you go knockout. It'd be a bit like...
So if Duke plays North Carolina and Duke beats them, do you reckon they'll swap?
No, because I think Duke is not going to beat North Carolina there. They have to meet further down. If North Carolina are going to have to win in their region first, aren't they?
But this is for March Madness. I'm talking about the games that aren't like they've been played in the regular season type thing.
Yeah.
Chapel Hill.
And you guys mentioned the teams. Like we all know Duke, Alabama, the power of these teams, Baylor. But I'm telling you, I've seen Iowa State live.
Yeah.
Taman Lipsey, their point guard, is a winner. He's tough. He's physical. They're the 3rd best defensive team in the country. They've won big games on the road. This is a really dangerous 3 seed.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jay.
They can make a run. Yeah. They've got multiple guys that can score on this team. Yep. Everyone knows Taman Lipsey, but they can score it as well as defend it.
Yeah, Keyshawn Gilbert can get it done.
Ooh, he can get it done.
Yeah, they've got, that's a good group.
We now round out the top 16 here, Charles. So how about the 4 seeds?
At number 13, we have Auburn going to the West. At number 14, San Diego State to the Midwest. Number 15 is Illinois in the South. And rounding out the top 16 is Wisconsin in the East.
And there's all these protocols you have to follow. So I'm seeing Illinois and Wisconsin could not be in the Midwest region with Purdue because they are fellow top 4 seeds from the same conference.
Absolutely. So we have principles and procedures that won't allow those matchups that early. So we have to adjust the bracket to be able to follow our principles and procedures.
Charles, well done, my friend. I was with you all the way until San Diego State. I had Dayton instead of San Diego State, who I think deserves it. But San Diego State's big win against New Mexico's puts them here probably. Are there any other teams? Was Dayton close? And are there any teams like that were close?
Dayton was absolutely close. Great conversation about Dayton, as well as Creighton and Clemson. Not in that particular order, but all 3 of those teams right there on that 16-seed line fighting for it.
Right. Good.
Very confusing.
It is confusing, but I think it'll take shape once we do the brackets. Once you put the brackets in place, you'll get more of an understanding of where they're all going to meet. If they all, because you can't, like he said there, explained, you don't want 2 top seeds in one bracket, in one area, one region.
Where they can play each other, but you want them to meet in the later stages.
You want them big games further on. It's a bit like how they work the Champions Leagues and all that kind of stuff. Same sort of thing. Where they don't want certain teams meeting at such
like
a
you don't
stage.
put like two big teams in the same group, really.
Not for the first game. You don't want Purdue playing bloody UConn in the first game.
Nah.
Do you know what I mean? Because one of the big teams are going to go out.
Yeah.
It's all about the money at the end.
But
of
I
the day.
always still seeded like 1 plays against 16, and then 2 plays against 15, and then 3 plays against 14, though, right?
But you want them in different areas so they don't meet in the brackets.
Yeah.
So they eventually meet when they sort of like start moving around to the latest parts of the competition.
So they'll be on like 2 different sides.
Yeah, correct. Or 4 different areas, 4 different sides. Yeah, each quarter. But it's we're definitely going to follow it this year. I'm gonna start looking at it now seriously.
Who's your early pick to win it?
I like what you're saying there about Iowa State.
Yeah.
You know, I like it when people describe that and so I talk a little bit more details about certain people and saying there's plenty of people on the team that can score.
Yeah.
And that's something to watch out for. And when they obviously know the ins and outs about it and been watching it up to now.
Yeah.
We don't really know, but Purdue sound like a lot. Something we're saying people have gone from sophomores to seniors sort of thing. So they've got a strong team. They were strongly favoured last year.
And they're only better
crashed
now.
out, and they're only better now. Yeah, but they crashed out at the first
round.
first hurdle, didn't they, last year?
Christ.
I can't remember.
They're gonna be hungry to win it. I think Purdue.
I was watching some of the games during the day over here last year. I remember watching some of them and just thinking, wow, look at this. This is absolutely outstanding basketball. Some of them were going right. There was loads of games that went buzzer beaters. That's what it's about. The way
It was good last year.
What is it called? Euphoria. What do you call it?
The what?
I don't know. My mind's gone blank. The buzz that goes on a team as soon as they bang that in, and the happiness and joy and the
it's in an arena as well with all the fans going mental and it's all enclosed and it's loud.
and it's college fans.
They're all like so close as well. It's not like when you look around, if you're on that court, they're gonna feel like they're right next to you.
And from what I see when I see college football and stuff like that, there's none of these like you go to the NBA, you see all like the front court sides all mega stars and sort of like clingers-ons and all that sort of thing. Whereas you go to the college, it's all college students who are all going absolutely mental. And that's what I love about it.
It is better, isn't it? I think.
Yeah. So we'll be into that. So watch out for our brackets coming soon as well.
Yep.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget like and so let us know in the comments as well. By the way, who your pick is.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there. And don't forget to like and subscribe as well. Otherwise, Aidan's going to come and get you.
Gonna get you.
We'll see you on the next one.
Cheers.
Cheers.